stock market really crashed after the dot-com bubble, but will the stock market really crash after this AI bubble? Do you think that will really happen? Well, I got some few points for you that you can take in consideration and see where the stock market is sitting, or we can really expect a massive pullback in the stock market in another sense that you can call a crash, a mini crash, or just a crash. So one thing to keep in mind, this stock market is overvalued. Like in the history, if you just go back and you compare this time, the stock market is overvalued 30 times more. Means the stocks are really trading for the earnings 30 times more. That's really crazy. And so I'll take the company names, especially these companies, Microsoft, Nvidia, Google, Amazon, and Meta platforms. So of course, Microsoft is 85% trading more than that, and Nvidia is 745%, Alphabet, which is Google, 106%, Amazon 117%, and Meta platforms 305%. So these stocks, of course, they are delivering the incredible returns right now in this 2024. Compare, if you just go back 10 years or 15 years, if you compare, they were not really giving these kind of returns. But will the stock market really crash and you have to just be a bag holder in whatever positions you are? So when it comes to AI stocks, of course, the names what I took right here, the 5 stocks top, those are all related with AI, and those are big players. So, of course, it's not my pleasure to really address this. The stock market crash is coming, or this is just my opinion. It's just not really a financial advice. If you want to listen, listen, or if you just want to ignore, just go and watch some crazy, stupid videos. So, and one more thing. During this dot-com bubble, when the dot-com bubble happened, during that, the stock market was hyped so much, and exactly right now, the stock market is sitting almost near to, very shy to all times high. Of course, we are having many pullback, but you cannot even say that is a very solid pullback. But I can clearly see that on the charts, in the market, what's happening, it's melting down. The stocks are really melting down. Like take Nvidia. It was sitting around like $135 just 3-4 weeks ago, and right now sitting at $114, $115. That's crazy. So Nvidia, being such a valuable company in this era, AI generation, so Nvidia is melting down. Like investors are taking their money out of Nvidia. So do you think Nvidia will flush down more? I think if it has to flush down more, it has to of course go down to $108, $110. This can be probably, but if it goes below that, that would be really shocking for me. And stock market turn down is probably coming. Everyone is talking about what, but will it be compared to the dot-com bubble or not? I think so. It'll not be so severe as dot-com bubble, because right now the investors know where to put their money. The investors clearly know and how to really regulate their portfolios compared to the dot-com bubble. So when it comes to this generation, when it comes to these kind of stocks, now of course they are delivering these kind of crazy numbers in their earnings, which you could never ever imagine. Even at dot-com bubble, these companies would really do that, right? So down the line, probably 10-20 years from now, probably the earnings would be $100 billion per quarter. This can be really possible because of inflation again, because of the valuation of the currencies, because of the valuation of the product, what they're selling. But imagine if the dot-com bubbles, something similar happens right now in this 2024, what will be the impact? The impact will be very, very severe, like an atomic bomb, like a nuclear bomb in the stock market. So we never want to see that. But also you have to educate to yourself that coming to this point where the crash really is sitting ready to push the stocks down, you have to have some knowledge why the stocks are melting down, because they were sitting on all times high. Okay, we can take this as an excuse. They were sitting on all-time high. But is that really an excuse that really these stocks are we're sitting on the all-time high and you are just watching them? Okay, they're having a mini pullback and you're buying that small dip, but in fact, they're flushing down more. This can be possible, yes, very highly possible. But again, we are hoping every week that this should be a last dip on the particular stocks or SPY or NASDAQ, whatever you're seeing. Like NASDAQ, yes, SPY just yesterday lost 9 points. That's absolutely incredible, right? Losing 9 points in one single day was not really so ordinary for SPY. It was okay, 2 points, 3 points losing was really ordinary, but losing 9 points, that's really not the SPY type of trades. So if you are adding more positions in your portfolio, so be aware of that. Again, I'm telling you, this is not a financial advice. Be aware of that what you're adding and what you are really hoping or expecting from this market in order to get rich. Oh, overnight I might get rich. Okay, if I buy the stock and sell probably next December, probably I might get rich. But again, learn about the companies, guys. Learn about this and you will be educated a little bit more, and then you can know in what kind of stocks to put your money, or in what kind of ETFs or index funds, where to really pump your money. You will really know. But don't invest blindly. The moment you start investing blindly, of course, you are not an investor. You are just a copycat. You're just trying to see someone and you just invest in that company or index fund or ETF. So the final point, will the stock market really crash? I don't think so. Stock market will really come to so solid or severe crash like a dot-com bubble, because the companies are providing the earnings or what Wall Street is expecting, and they are providing almost shy of that or even beyond those numbers. So that means, of course, they're having certain kind of sales, they're having certain kind of big numbers, what Wall Street is expecting and what companies are providing. So they are going in hand. So I really don't see a big crash coming. But if the big crash comes, then the point of view is absolutely different, because the bubble is becoming so big. Everywhere you are just hearing the hype and the myth that this market will crash at certain point. The housing market will crash. The currencies will crash. Like Elon Musk, he was telling yesterday, US they will just run out of the money, right? And Elon Musk is expecting that the dollar will lose its value. So will it really lose its value? I think so. If it just continues in this way, probably the dollar might lose its value and US will run out of the money, because of course they're spending a lot on the wars, they're spending a lot on the other stuff, on the other countries. They're not really focusing on our country. And I think so when it comes to US, which is the world's largest economy, of course something happens to US and everything will be really shaky. All the countries will really be devastated. This what's coming next to them, because the world's largest economy, which can get shaken, then imagine to the other economies like China, like India, Europe, European Union, whatever. These kind of countries, imagine, of course, they will fasten their seatbelt when it comes to the crash or losing the market value or losing the value from their currencies or just running out of the money. Because of course you never want to be that country where you're just losing the money. But of course, also you got to keep in mind, I never support war. I support peace, because war is just losing money. You're just spending money, taxpayers' money, and that's really not fair. So what I choose always, I would choose to be on an easier side, which is peace, and that can be possible, but everyone has to just really work out. I mean, everything has to really work out. I mean, economy and the balancing of the taxes and all this kind of mixed up, everything has to work out. Only then we will be sitting on a very good position. And the end, the stock market crash will happen probably, but if it happens, it happens, but it will not happen so severe when it comes to the dot-com bubble. So dot-com bubble is way too massive compared to the stock market crash, what we are talking about. It might happen, but not so severe. So fasten your seat belts if something's going to really happen, and take care of your portfolios.